The King shall come when morning dawns and light triumphant breaks, when beauty gilds the eastern hills and life to joy awakes.
Not as of old a little child to bear and fight and die, but crowned with glory like the sun that lights the morning sky. Oh, brighter than the rising morn when he victorious rose and left the lonesome place of death despite the rage of foes.
Oh, brighter than that glorious morn shall this fair morning be, when Christ our King in beauty comes, and we his face shall see. The King shall come when morning dawns and light and beauty brings. Hail Christ the Lord, your people pray. Come quickly, King of kings.
Happy New Year. Oh, I know it's not January 1st yet, but this coming Sunday, we will celebrate beginning of the Advent season, first Sunday of Advent. And Advent is the beginning of the church liturgical year. So it is in the church our Happy New Year. Now, the word Advent comes from the Latin word adventus, which literally means coming or waiting. So Advent is that season in the church year that we all take the time to await the coming of our Lord Jesus Christ. Now, Advent celebrates this coming in three ways, really. First, we take time to look to the past, as we will gather on December 25th and those 12 days of Christmas to remember the coming of our Lord as a baby in the city of Bethlehem. It is a time when we relish the present because we know that our Lord is still with us through the Holy Spirit. And we look to the future for that time when Christ will come again. Just as this is a joyous season of preparation for Jesus' birth and his coming again, it is also, though, a season similar to Lent in that we are to take time to have some self-reflection and to ask ourselves, are we living lives that are lives that actually point to the coming of our Lord again? Those that believe not only has Christ come, but he will come again? Or that promise is real. Jesus himself, in fact, this Sunday in our Advent gospel reading, we will hear Jesus say, "Then they will see the Son of Man coming in clouds with great glory and power." What an incredible image and what an incredible promise. Jesus will come again, and we're not to fear that day, but we are to look forward to it with great joy and hope. Yes, Jesus has promised to come again, and it is that promise that brings me joy and hope. This year, the Synod staff for our Advent devotions has decided to each identify our favorite Advent hymn and share with you why we picked it and why it's one of our favorites. And so this year, I chose the hymn, "The King Shall Come." It is in your ELWs, number 260. Now, I love this hymn because it points us to the future, God's future, not to the past. Oh, as I said, we will celebrate the past coming up shortly as we remember Jesus' birth. But this hymn points us to that preferred future that God has promised with Jesus Christ coming again. And it says it in the very first stanza as it reads, "The King shall come when morning dawns and light triumphant breaks, when beauty gilds the eastern hills and life to joy awakes." This hymn reminds us that when Jesus comes again, he won't come as a child, or he won't come so that he might die again. No, when he comes again, he will be crowned with glory. The words go, not as of old a little child to bear and fight and die, but crowned with glory like the sun that lights the morning sky. Doesn't that bring a smile to your heart and offer you great hope? I know it does me. But the hymn goes even further and proclaims that if we thought Easter morning was bright, wait until Jesus comes again. Now that will be a dawn of an even brighter day. As I listen to this hymn, I am reminded of the words of the angels that were present when Jesus ascended into heaven. In the first chapter of Acts, we read where the disciples are looking up to the heavens as Jesus was taken up. And the angels say to them, men of Galilee, why do you stand looking up toward the heaven? This Jesus who has been taken from you up into heaven will come in the same way as you saw him go into heaven. In other words, friends, why are you standing there doing nothing? Jesus will come again. When he does, he will be even more glorious. Now go, do the work that he has commanded you to do, and do it with joy and great hope. The King shall come. This hymn reminds me of what Advent is all about. It's about remembering our God who has come to be with us, Emmanuel. And it is about remembering that our God is still with us. But more importantly, for me, it is about remembering that our God will come again. And in the meantime, we are to actively await his coming and go and serve this world with great joy and great thanksgiving. For our future is bright. As the hymn says, our future is brighter than the rising morn when Christ victorious rose. Have a blessed Advent season.